Okay, let's get into it. All right, I'm about to start on the second panel, and this one might take a day or two. Um, the first panel here. Let me take the pencils out. I've got to put a halo. I added the sound effects, right? All right, can you see that? Can you see that? I added the sound effects, and then at the same time, I'm thinking, what if I put it right here? I could do a white line. No, it has to. It would have to be the white line would have to be right above the ink layer, but beneath the other layer. No, it'd have to be the in front of this layer too. Um, but I'm worried that they don't stand out enough from what I got. Let's use Rusty Nib too. So we could do this halo. Would not be the worst thing in the world. And it would give a little bit of, it would sort of detangent the sound effect away from the background. And all it's supposed to show, by the way, is the bells are ringing out for the death of the Queen Matriarch. She's dead. She's died at last. She never appears in the comic because what's important is we knew she was dying and she was too old. And this insect-like species, has to have a queen. That's looking okay. All right, same deal here. So once again, the goal here is just to break it apart from the background a little bit, not even that much. And it does, right? So this is print size, and now I think we can read it. Like I might have to fatten up that G a little bit. Fatten up that G, hun. All right, hang on. Rusty Nib 1. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. So, moving on. One of the reasons I'm glad that I made a conscious strategic decision to pursue comics in digital form using Procreate than the traditional methods. And I know the traditional methods are better. I draw traditionally too. You can see me painting in gouache sometimes. I did that last night. I do all my sketchbooks in traditional too. But for speed and for redundancy, it is a killer. I guess that's how a lot of the guys got good though, because they would do it wrong and then you have to redo it over from scratch. So you end up getting the same sort of repetitive um, experience that I'm kind of getting with my 1,000-page quest, and it is a quest. I don't like this last line here. Now you may be watching me doing this and go, Peter, there's no line. Where's the ruler? I gotta admit, I'm not playing with a ruler. I mean, I ruled the lines in originally, but it's important for me to hand do it. And in between these arches, there's going to be a banner that drops down, and then there's going to be a lot of drones and Mirdramite soldiers. There's one. Hey now. I think his head is too big. So, as I said, this is going to take a while. This panel's going to have a lot of details. We're going to have guys in the hallway even. In the backdrop, this is the retaining line. And I kind of went back and forth about providing, like, they tell you how to do the perspective drawing where you're drawing the lines and everything like this. What really makes it work for me is when you do the ceiling. Like when you put the stuff here and you start coming back up the ceiling. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So let's say this is the ceiling line. And I just sort of fake those lines. I don't know if those work or not. Let's hope it is. Let's hope those work. People are going to be watching this like, that guy's not using the rulers. He's not following the rules. A rebel, a loner, Dottie. Shout out to Windblock. Windblock, how's that cover coming? Let me know if you need help or if you need to duck out of it. It's no shame in it. We got time. And, either way, like if you need more time, no problem. If you just can't fit it in now, not a problem. Let me know. I will get it done. Get her done. But I thought you might like to do that. That might be cool. And I would really think it would be cool. Well, dang it. All right. Now, as for this fellow, I think I'm gonna have to make him smaller. Let's take the reference drawing of our four-legged friend, our four-armed friend. Make it even smaller. We could even somehow put, this is a science fiction thing. Some dramatic lighting that actually acts like lighting. And then these next three panels, this is a classic forward pan, zoom shot, where we got start out not quite full length, head to knees, torso, zoomed right in. And I might push these figures down just a bit so I can get the speech bubbles looking nice. But I think most of the tale will be told by this panel, which doesn't say much. It just says workers, drones, soldiers, administrators to the hive. I bear grave tidings. And we see them all there, right? Like that should be enough. What is going on, baby? I'm trying to figure out where it goes. Oh, that's where it went. Okay. That has a problem. It's not really a problem. I mean, it's, I just put stuff on the wrong layer again. And then I just pinch. And we're good. We're Gucci. All right. Now Now that head looks a little bit big for what I want to do, so I'm going to push his head smaller. This guy's meant to be a soldier, so I can give him a spear or a sword or a rifle or something. I got a lot of my ideas for aliens from, if you ever played the game Cosmic Encounter, it's this game where you get dealt a random alien race, and all the alien races are different. They all do weird things. And some of them are just unexpectedly very strange. Like some of them are just energy beings and stuff. Um, and every time I play it, I have a different. This is a board game. Every time I play it, I have a different inspiration. You can get inspirations from all kinds of different things. Let's put this guy kind of peeking in the door. You ever get called for a, like you're at work and there's an assembly of some kind. We got to put some information out, but there's not enough room, so everyone's kind of hanging around the door. So let's put this guy right here. And you'll notice that the drones and the workers do not look as humanoid as the administrators or the damsels or as, the princess. She's a damsel. It's like some of the insects are lower life forms. They're all sentient, of course. In fact, I might even make a Myrdrammite drone story. I think it'd be fun. I have an idea for one. I kind of got the idea from Robin Taylor. Um, he wanted to do something with ants, and so I put together like a little script and I drew it, and for him to do the art. I just kind of did the breakdowns and everything. I've still got it. He may not want it though. It was a thing, but I ended up not using it, and it was just about these guys that are collecting like the honey eggs from. It's way back here. It was a long time ago. Where did it go? It's not there. Oh, here it is. No, that ain't it. Could this be it? Yeah, there it is. So it has these two guys. They find this dead critter. They go and they collect the eggs. And then there's a big rumble. This guy runs forward. He's got a some kind of control rod. These ants come out. They attack. He loses his control rod. This guy gets the control rod back. It does like a little sonic attack that drives the ants away. They find a little hole, and he comes down, and there's eggs galore, but there's also like this termagant, and that was it. That was the story. So it's kind of a short story, and I never finished it. It was meant to be done by, someone else could come in and ink it and, kind of give their own spin on it, because this is just rough breakdowns. Um, I'll have to ask Robin Taylor if I run across him what he wants to do with it. Because I could change it up and use it, obviously. I mean, I came up with that far, but it really was like the idea for the ants is really, I want to do something with ants. But I mean, that's a pretty open idea. You can do all kinds of things with ants. This is with ants in a way, but they're not really ants, and they're not really fireflies, and they're not really cockroaches, and they're not really bees, but they have little um, bits and pieces of all of those things. Beetles. I'm going to leave this antenna on another layer because there might be a better way to stage it. And I want to be able to have the freedom to do it a couple of different ways. This back here is going to be dark. We're going to have some dark black, some light coming through. So we can see the people standing outside for the big announcement. I don't like his legs. He looks like he's about to jump into action at this somber meeting. That's a little bit better. These two with small heads and big chests. These are soldiers for real. Yeah, they should have halberds or spears or some kind of, some kind of weapon that could maybe they're carrying banners, some kind of oath, some kind of official status. Would be good. That would be for the best. Anyway, as I said, I think this one's going to take a couple of days. I mean, I did the roughest of outlines. And as you can see, well, I wouldn't say I'm a genius artist. They do clean up once you take the pencil lines back out. Like, once I take it out, that looks a lot cleaner. This is not looking clean yet. In fact, it's not looking clean at all. Oh, no. What now? What now? Well, we'll figure it out. Oh, it looks like it has potential. This looks a little bit off. A little bit kilted. You know what I mean? Cantered, kiltered, off kilter. Our focal point character is going to be standing atop that thing. And then there's going to be kind of a carpet that comes down the middle. Now, in my original draft, I couldn't figure out how to stage it. I was going to have the sister come in, basically just shove him off the stage and say, I'm taking over now, right? You guys all work for me now. I'm the new queen. Consider those other bitches as good as dead. But I think that would have worked against me because, as much as a villain as I want to make her, I also want to show that this is part of their biology. We can't really judge it because that's, they're aliens, right? So this is how their oldest tradition operates, right? So we can't judge it. And I do want to make her evil. She is evil. She's going to be, but I think there'll be other reasons for that. I don't like his leg. It's too far forward. I think we're going to do like this. And remove this leg. All right, he's missing arms. They're all missing arms in the front row, so we'll get those arms in there. most of the Myrdramites have 2 arms. Certain Myrdramites, like some of the administrators, have 4 arms, like this guy. All right, it's starting to look good. It's starting to look like a room, anyways. Maybe not a throne room. Got to be a carpet down the middle. We got maybe some plants. You know, what are you gonna put in a throne room? This guy, he doesn't get much detail because he's so far away. Oh, he's got like a little Jack Kirby Galactus hat looking thing on. He's got this spiky beard. And he's very low detail because this is the print size. Tiny, 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 right? And then he gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So we get to see him. Well, same problem with the arms. And then it's got like this diamond shaped thing here. I think that's on there. It doesn't actually show it. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, the hat. Yeah, okay. So in the headpiece, there's a square here. And this kind of one area right here. Let's take a look at it without the pencil layer. When we put the lighting in, we're going to do some suggestive shadows, you know? That might give us a little bit more readability on the silhouette. And there he is. Anyone who's really bug phobic will see this scene and go, there's too many bugs. The place is filled with bugs. Cute as a bug in a rug. Are bugs and rugs cute? I would think that would be kind of disturbing if you had bugs in your rug. All right, bringing it back. I was just checking to see if there's room for these 2 soldiers flanking to be in this panel, but they're really not. There's not any room. We're going to use this guy. He's close enough that we can actually do a kind of a detailed shot of him, so anybody who's curious can go, what do these guys look like close up? And you can see one. And then they get smaller and smaller and smaller as we go down the row. In between the 2 archways, we're going to hang banners, which have, I think they're called pipe folds, but like curtain folds. And that means they got to follow Now, this is definitely going to get covered up by the speech bubble, but we're going to put it in there anyways. One of the questions, I guess it's an open question, that's going to come up with this story is, does it, are the old ways the best? Do we question the tradition? The tradition here is for that when the queen matriarch is dead, the sisters go to war, the surviving damsels. And there's a biological imperative too. The oldest one wants to kill the youngest one because she hasn't reached her prime. She has the matriarch is 1,200 years old when she dies. She has one damsel egg every 100 years, every century. The youngest is Luminara, who is under 100. That means she potentially has 1,100 years to live. The oldest is 900 years old. Presumably, the older sisters have died or something's happened to them. But Ravos is 900, which means potentially she only has 300 years to live. This got me thinking, because we just had Queen of England pass away, and she's quite elderly, and she's replaced by Charles, Prince Charles. He's now King Charles, but he's quite old. He starts out old, There aren't any young kings. All right, let's take a look at without pencil lines. Pencil lines are always going to throw me off, and I'll have to do like like a carpet in the middle of the floor, some tiles in the back. It's going to have to look, potentially very, very royal, right? Oh, this is going to be a couple of days in the making. We're already at 30 minutes. This leg is backwards. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do like a lot of cartoons. This is going to take a long time to finish this drawing, to have it where it looks, you know, somewhat presentable. But, that's the fun thing about drawings, is you could just hack on them for a really long time. All right, please like, follow, and subscribe, and there will be more Princess of Apshai every single day, every day, every day. Today is Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. Then it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, and this is still going to be going on. So, please check back in, see how this develops, and there will be more comics. There will be probably more painting. I did a bunch of gouache last night. Let me show you my gouache. In case you missed the gouache stream last night. I did this, and I did this one. My girlfriend likes that one. And I did this one. I also did this little color chart, which I didn't do a great job with. Um, my trouble with gouache is I can't control it very well. I've got to really figure it out, really study, how to do it. And I didn't even realize that there's a couple of different techniques. Like there's a thin gouache technique, which is kind of what I've been using, and then there's thick gouache technique, which is what I had wanted to learn, and I didn't even realize it was a technique. I've been mixing all kinds of water with my stuff. Oh man. So, anyways, here's to getting better at it. All right. Talk to you later.